Everybody, how are you? It is now time for the October vinyl update. I know I'm a couple of days late on this, but I promise it'll be worth it. So, without any further ado and me rambling on about nothing, let me just jump right into it. First up, Vinnie Vincent Invasion. Vinnie Vincent, some of you know, is the guitarist of Kiss. There he is. And I believe Mark Slaughter was in this band too, wasn't he? At one point in time. But, so there it is. That first record, not bad. Typical 80s hard rock, hair metal kind of guitar work, stuff like that. Not bad at all. It's fun for what it is. Next pickup was $1. Raspberry Side 3. This is let's see what hits. Tonight was a big song, and that's all I recognize off of it. Ecstasy I may have heard once or twice, but I thought that was a cool cover. It opens up and. You know, that's kind of fun. The Raspberries are great, man. Big Star, Cheap Trick, kind of a sound. I guess they influenced both of those bands, but really cool stuff. Up next, the Specials. So one I've been looking for a little while. Happy to have it for $5. Actually, I think paid $3 for this. I know it was Mark V, but I think I bought it when they have sales. It seems like every month where $1 or $5 and under is half off. They had one today, as a matter of fact, and I think I picked that up on one of those sales. One that I've shown quite a few times, but there's a reason that I did buy this. Of course, it's Sgt. Pepper's, and the reason I bought this is because, ooh, how about that? And of course, it's got a couple of stuff missing, but you know, this is the first. What would you call that? The punch outs. This is the first one that I have out, excluding the reissue, of course, that actually comes with this. So I was definitely happy to find that, and for me that was worth the $3 alone for it. One that I passed over quite a few times, and I just said, you know what, I just need to buy it. Not a huge fan of it, but Clash, Combat Rock. I love Rock the Casbah. Should I Stay or Should I Go is kind of one of those songs that if I never hear it again, it's too soon. Just kind of burnt down on it. But I really like Know Your Rights. Straight to Hell, of course, is great, and you know, it's okay. I'm not a huge fan of this album, but definitely happy to have it, and that kind of completes almost. I guess I'm still missing Give Him Enough Rope to Hang. And but definitely happy to find that. Why not? Another one of my favorite records by this band. Pet Sounds is probably it is their best record. I don't think anybody's going to argue with this, but this is a damn close second. Beach Boys, Surf's Up. I know you're probably not seeing that cover too well, but this is really great. Disney Girls, what is it? Disney Girls 1957. Fantastic stuff. Don't Go Near the Water. Feel Flows is amazing. Just this and Sunflower, to me, are some of my favorites by the Beach Boys. Of course, Pet Sounds will always get the nod, and rightfully so. It's a fantastic album. One of the best albums ever made. But this is right up there. You can't really go wrong with this or Sunflower. Those are just two of my favorites by the Beach Boys. 2020 is another really good one. Kind of that later 60s on into the early part of the 70s, and maybe even, I guess, mid 70s is really good by the Beach Boys. I can't encourage you enough to check out Surf's Up. Great record. This is one that I paid $1 for. Because it had one of the two discs, so for $1, you know, it's an original. I have the reissue, so this comes with one record. I snagged it for $1. The one record's in great shape. It sides what is it, 1 and 2? How did they spell? Yeah, 1 and 2. So you know, I get lost in the supermarket and clamp down, so I'm happy. This is one record that what I've been wanting to find forever and a day is something on the Vertigo label. I mean, that is just, to me, that is the cat's pajamas, as no one says anymore. I mean, that is just, to me, that is just so very, very, very cool. I'd love to find an original Black Sabbath on them, but I don't really see the point in putting up that kind of money on a record that is not obscure, to pay for just a label on it. You know, the Black Sabbath stuff on the Warner Brothers is fairly common, so there's really no need for it. But this is Ann Matthews. If you saw Through My Eyes, this was an eBay purchase, specifically because of the Vertigo Swirl label. it's folky. It's not hard rock or anything like that. Think kind of Donovan, maybe, I guess is what you could compare this to. Not a bad record. I think with shipping and everything, I paid $6-7 for it. So it was definitely, you know, just to have that, and, you know, just to finally have that label, I thought was really kind of cool. Let's see. This is one that is a reissue. I passed on an original a couple of years ago, and just I've been kind of kicking myself ever since for it. But it is my favorite Metallica album by far, and that is Ride the Lightning. This is one that I had some trade, and they didn't really have a whole lot that I was looking for, but they had this, and so I said, you know what, let me jump all over that. So, and this is the reissue that came out. When was this? 2008. I don't even think that issue is in print anymore. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Another one that I picked up for a couple of bucks specifically because I have the reissue, but I've always wanted an original, was Rocket to Russia. You know, it's a fantastic album. You know, the Ramones at their peak. I'll go ahead and say that. One album that I thought I would never own. You know, I was always kind of going back and forth with it, and that's Aphrodite's Child. This is, I guess, 666 is the name of it. So based on the Book of Revelation, and this is a later pressing, I think, because it's on that label. It's not a swirl, but it is a Vertigo with, I don't know what you would call that, spaceships, flying saucers, something like that. So that one was cool. Happy to find that. Definitely affordable. It's got some ringwear on it, but you know, like I always say, you can't listen to the record cover. So. One that I had and I ended up selling a little while ago and wanted back, Grateful Dead Shakedown Street. So, yeah, it's fun. It's kind of an uneven album. I know France is one of Mark Ditch's favorite Grateful Dead songs. He told me that. He was serious. Shakedown Street, of course, it's great. It's a fun song. Fire in the Mountain, both of those songs go over better live. Trying to think what else I like off of this record. Maybe Staggerly, maybe. So, it's kind of fun. It's got a fun, it's got a fun cover. I've always dug that jackass on the back. I always thought that was really fun. I've seen that as a bumper sticker and a patch and stuff like that. I've always thought that was kind of cool. What a shocker that was, man. Jack Bruce, that's so sad. So, went into the store that day, as a matter of fact. And how I found out about it is the guy who owns Papa Jazz, Tim, said, hey, man, did you hear Jack Bruce died? And I couldn't believe it. And, you know, I have Songs for a Tailor on vinyl, and then on CD I've got Things We Like. And I haven't heard this. I think this is Out of the Storm. I really like the cover, the whole nature thing going on, Songs from the Wood, maybe. So definitely happy to jump into this. I don't know if he stuck with the whole jazz thing with Things We Like, or he kind of went to the whole, I don't know what you would call Songs for a Tailor, maybe hard rock, maybe. So definitely anxious to check that out. 3 records by a band that I had nothing of, and I couldn't believe. I was like, you know, I have them on CD, but I was like, you know, I can't believe I don't have any of these on vinyl. Pretenders. This is a great record. I love this album. Every song on this is a fantastic tune. Pretenders 2. So, and Learning to Crawl with the excellent Middle of the Road. What a cool song that is. So, happy to find those 3 Pretenders album. Another thing that I'm into, I'm sure everybody knows by now, is Bootlegs. And I couldn't pass this one up. This is A Living Story by Genesis, this 1977 tour. It's got a track listing there. So, it's not on any label, I don't think, or Big Thumb Records. So, there's the logo. So, let's see, another album that I have the first one of, but I didn't know they had a second, but that's Switched on Bach 2. So I've got the first one there, and the second one, or the second volume. So, yeah, for $1, why not? Minor Threat, they just reissued this. This is the first 2 7 inches. Came with a download code and a poster, and the price was right. They were almost giving it away, so I jumped all over that. Let's see. Another one I walked in, and that's the first thing I saw. Definitely happy to find it. Was the Beatles' Yellow Submarine. Now, unlike the one that they originally came out with the George Martin stuff on the second side, this is all the the actual soundtrack to it. It's got stuff like "Think for Yourself," "Baby You're a Rich Man," Eleanor Rigby, all that kind of stuff, as well as the Yellow Submarine songs. It's All Too Much, Hey Bulldog, and it's on yellow vinyl. So I couldn't pass that up. That's too cool. Paid $1 for this. I kind of looked at it and I said, "Oh, that's psychedelic. I wonder what it is." And I thought it was just an album by a band, and it's called Happening Hits. As I got to look close at it, and it's 24. Look at some of the songs on this. See if that'll steady there. So, okay, and I'll read some of them off. Kind of a Drag by the Buckinghams. What a great song that is. Cherry Cherry by Neil Diamond. My Little Red Book by Love. Bo. Good stuff, right? Earhead 6, go subscribe. Stop watching me, go subscribe to Bo. Let's see, what else do they have? Why Do Fools Fall in Love by Frankie Lymon. That's just fantastic. I've got a guy I work with who says that every time his brother gets drunk, he'll start singing Frankie Lymon. I thought that was funny. Side 2 opens up with the fantastic, underrated, much appreciated Western Union. And so on and so forth, and then singing and shit comes in. But Five Americans, great song, Western Union. Let's see, Daydream by the Loving Spoonful. How can you not like that song? Pushing Too Hard by the Seeds. That's a top 10 song for me. That's a fantastic. And a lot of people don't know Terry Knight and the Pack with I Who Have Nothing. Young Mark Farner playing lead guitar on that, who later went on and formed not Genesis but Grand Funk Railroad. So that's kind of cool. My wife actually bought these next two to me, for me. This video's gone on for way too long, but I'll get through this and I won't bother you with any more singing and babbling and all that kind of stuff. That's lying. I probably will. Let's see. A couple I've had my eye on for a long time. My wife got tired of me going to the record store, picking them up, looking at them, and putting them back down. First, the best album that has been released by a new band since I've been alive. That's a tongue twister, but you'll see what I mean. The Strokes, Is This It? This is a fantastic album. I can't urge you, if you've never heard this album, go buy it immediately. The Strokes, This Is It. This album completely changed my attitude on newer music, and I got it in high school off of a suggestion by a guy who I knew who liked the Kinks, and I've loved this album ever since. This is just from top to bottom, start to finish. Great record. Very New York. Probably the most New York thing since, I don't know, Lou Reed. And if you took, let's say, the Velvet Underground and this next band and combined them, you would have the Strokes. What's that next band? Television, Marquee Moon. Holy smokes, what a great record this is. Venus, I guess. See No Evil. Torn Curtain. God, this album is just really just stellar. One of the best albums ever made. Maybe not necessarily in a top 10, but definitely as far as best albums, this has got to be on your list somewhere. I can't recommend that highly enough. So those were the two records that Leslie got me. We're getting done here, folks. Jethro Tull, Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die. It's okay. It's mid-70s Jethro Tull. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. Let's see. Taste. Leslie also bought me this. She got me those 3 records. What a sweet woman. What a sweet wife I have. This is what I've been looking for a long time. Huge Roy Gallagher fan. Definitely happy to find this. This is on the Adco label. Cover's a little worn. Record's in great shape. As always, I'm happy to take a good record for a cover that's a little dinged up. Another album that was that I enjoyed a lot in high school. I found this is a recent reissue for like $8, so I jumped all over it. Blink-182 Buddha. Now, I know a lot of you out there are probably groaning and all that kind of stuff, but, it's fun. It's that album, this was important to me when I was playing in high school in garage bands. The Misfits, the Ramones, and this album in general, specifically just because it just inspired me. Like, you know, I'll never be able to play like Neil Peart, or, you know, I'll never sound like, you know, a really, you know, structured and mathematical band. You know, so that was a big deal to me. And last but not least, I'm a huge fan of this band. I think they're great. Their fans give them a bad rap, and rightfully so. Some of their fans are kind of douchey, but it's Dave Matthews Band. Remember Two Things. This is a great sounding album. It's been remastered. It's on heavy vinyl. It's heavy. It's 2 discs. And they're releasing, I guess, all their studio stuff. I know Under the Table and Dreaming is on its way. I think it comes out end of this month or early next month. But that's all I got for you. This is 16 minutes long. Holy smokes. Have I made a video this long? Maybe not. As always, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Y'all are the best. Everybody, take care. Good night. That means see you later in my shit. Bye, guys.